Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Previously known as Fat Ass Lass Adventures, but more recently changed to the Fat Scottish Cyclist. And let me explain why. I've obviously enjoyed doing social media. I've done previous videos on mountain biking and walking the hills, and I've loved that, I really have. But it's time for me to set myself some new challenges. I've realised just recently how much I love biking and how much I love the road bike, and I want to document my journey from here on in. I want to prove to you that road biking isn't just for the slim people clad in lycra, racing snakes as I like to call them. They're for us as well. We can enjoy it just as much as them, and we've got every right to be on the roads just as much as them. I want to share with you my why. Why do I want to do this? I've been biking for a few years now. Mountain biking just more recently, and road biking, I've dabbled in it for probably about 6 years, maybe 7 years, but never really pushed myself to the limit, never really achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. And I just feel as though the time is right now. I suffer from chronic pancreatitis, idiopathic, they don't know the reason, and I also suffer from chronic fatigue. Two illnesses that really have a huge impact on my quality of life. And I know I need to get fit. I don't have the option anymore to say I'll start next week. So I decided that I wanted to rename things, change some things up, and dedicate this channel more to me getting fitter on the road bike. And don't get me wrong, there will still be the odd video on mountain biking. So please, subscribers that just subscribe for mountain biking, don't hit the unsubscribe button. I wouldn't want that, because they will still feature, but they probably will not feature as heavily as they have done previously. Cancer touched my life 3 years ago when, out of the blue, I was diagnosed with an ovarian cancer at 39 years old. And let me tell you, that was the scariest and hardest time of my life. And when I reflect back, I don't realise how much of an impact it had on me and how much of a scary journey it was. That is too much of a story to go into today, and this video isn't going to be long enough, and I don't want it to be about that. I want it to be about the why behind why I want to get back onto the road bike and why I want to push myself to my limit. And essentially this channel is going to help document that. I've been into mountain biking and road biking for quite a while now, and it is something that I really enjoy and I really get a lot from. I feel as though my mind is clearest when I'm on the bike, whether that be the mountain bike or the road bike. As you'll have seen by previous videos, I've really thrown myself into mountain biking and I've really pushed myself to improve my skills, and I feel as though I'm getting somewhere. My speed's improving and hopefully my skill will improve. But just more recently, I have been plagued with some chronic health issues, and I'm not going to go into that in this video. But let's just say it's been a tough journey and a tough road. And that has made me realise that I have to get myself fitter. And one of the ways of doing that is to improve my cardiovascular fitness. And the road bike is going to be the thing that helps me. I'm not here to be YouTube famous. There is people out there that's probably way more enjoyable to watch than I am. But what I really get a lot from is the creativity side. I love the filming of the videos, I love the editing of the videos, and essentially posting them onto YouTube. Unfortunately, I am not creative when it comes to arts and crafts as much as I would love to, and I'm sure my daughter would love me to, but I really do suck at that. I try, but I'm not that great. So this probably brings out my creative side, and it gives me a bit of a focus. I suffer from anxiety, I'm not ashamed to admit it. And when I'm doing video editing and the recording, all anxiety leaves me and I just feel completely clear in my head. And the same goes for actually when I'm out on the mountain bike and the road bike. And that is why I feel that I want to progress this. I want to do a bit more. But recording my journey, it allows me to be more mindful, and it allows me to create something which is really meaningful. And I really do hope that you get something out of it. That is why I'm doing it as well. It's not just for me, it's for you guys as well. Through this channel, I am hoping to document my progress. I hope to be open and honest with you. I want to document the highs and the lows of becoming fitter. I am not one for standing on scales, and I am not about weight loss. I can't emphasise that enough. Anybody that ever connects with me via social media never ever mention weight loss to me, because I have got an unhealthy relationship with food, and the minute that you say, oh, how much weight have you lost, or what are the scales showing, it really makes me feel anxious inside. So, serious bit over.
Don't lecture me, hotshot.
I'm here to get fitter and healthier. And there might be some that'll argue and say the only way you can get fitter and healthier is to lose weight, and there probably is some element of truth in that. I'm not going to deny it. But that's not for me. I know I can get fitter and healthier without having to deprive myself of food. I will look to eating more wholesome and healthier foods, because ultimately, fuel your body well and you will do better at the sports that you love. And through that, I might naturally lose some weight. This is not a weight loss channel. I will not be documenting about how many pounds I've lost. My documentation is how many miles I'm doing and the progress each week that I'm hopefully making to achieve my goals, which I'll mention later on. I suppose really my main aim is about becoming stronger, reaching my goals and pushing my limitations, really see where I can take my body and where I can go. I'm sure there's a famous quote about comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's what I want to do. I'm not good. I reach the point of pain. I reach the point of feeling really shattered, and I think, no, this isn't for me, and I stop and I jack it all in, and then I have massive regret a few months down the line. So this is about me pushing my boundaries with my fitness and my goals and becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. I also want to share the reality of what it was like receiving a cancer diagnosis and the journey that I've been on in the past 3 years. It hasn't been easy, and this video is not the time or the place for me to share that story, but one day I will share that story and give you an understanding of why I have done the things I've done in the past 3 years, why I've pushed myself into sports that I would never have dreamed of doing in the past. And I think it'll make quite an interesting story. Safe to say I've spent a ridiculous amount on hobbies that I haven't maybe kept up. Some of them I have kept up, but it was just all about me finding the meaning of life. As I said, I'm not doing this to become YouTube famous at all. I'm here because I'll be open and honest. I'm so good at promising myself the earth and never delivering, and I let myself down so much. I promise I'll get fitter next week, the week after. I start with good intentions and I never quite complete it. So I believe by sharing my journey on YouTube, it helps me hold myself accountable. By sharing my journey, I'll share my goals and what my hopeful outcomes are. And as I said, by doing that, I'm hopeful that will allow me to become accountable. I know I'll be motivated to keep going, even on the tough days, because I know I wouldn't want to let anybody else down. I'm very good at letting myself down, but I'm not good at letting others down. I don't like doing that. So even on the tough days, even on the rainy days, even on the days that I'm feeling quite low, I'm determined to get out there and show you that it can be done. It's not just about me, and that's really why I want to do this. It's about anybody that really chooses to watch my channel. It's about anybody that chooses to follow me. Because I realise that by clicking onto this video, you've obviously got your own struggles and your own battles. So if we can do this together, then that would mean the absolute world to me. Taking that first step outside, taking that first step out of your comfort zone is tough, and I understand that. I really, really do. But it can be done. I know it can be done. So let's try and get outside together, and I promise you it's going to be worthwhile. I'm not sure about you, but the outdoors has always been my escape. Whether it's hiking, biking, or just being surrounded by nature, it helps me reset and recharge. I'm wanting to show you that no matter your size, your level of fitness, or where you're starting from, the outdoors is for everyone. I absolutely promise you it is. My journey isn't perfect, as I said earlier. I've had many bumps in the road, too many to even comprehend. And you know what? That's okay. I have previously beaten myself up, but it's not about that now. It's about showing kindness and love to yourself, and that kindness and love to yourself will be the thing that gets you outdoors. In reality, as much as I hate it to sound corny, it's about enjoying the ride, pardon the pun. So my goal, and I'm going to put it out there, first off, in May next year, 2025, I have just signed up for the Women v Cancer race down in London, which can be a 50-kilometre or a 100-kilometre race, not a race, just a kind of gather of women to ride round the city of London, raising money for two charities that are extremely close to my heart. One being Ovarian Cancer Action. For those that don't know, I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer 3 years ago. And the other charity that we're raising money for is Breast Cancer Now. And I've got so many friends that have been affected by breast cancer. And yeah, I feel as women's health, these are two charities that impact so many. So talk about breaking myself in gently. There's no way that I'll ever let anybody down when it comes to charity work. So yeah, I've chosen to go for the 100-kilometre. What's even more amazing for me is that I've got 3 friends that have agreed to do it with me, which is a huge commitment for them. You know, signing up to it, agreeing to raise the money, and also coming down to London. And I am really, really grateful to them. So big shout out to Lisa McKinnon, Emma Ritchie and Julianne McKechnie. I will link their Instagrams in the blurb below. Lisa McKinnon has been my adventure buddy for many a year since my diagnosis, and she's got me through the roughest times, and I am so excited to share another adventure. As adventures go, this one's going to be pretty epic. Emma Ritchie, I met her during Courage on the Catwalk. Probably doesn't make sense to those out with the Aberdeen area, but I'll explain that in another video. But a true hero. She's also suffered breast cancer. She has said it's okay for me to share her story. So, as she said, she's the B to my O. She's got the breast cancer, I've got the ovarian cancer, and this ride is raising money for both charities. And Julianne McKechnie is a lady that I've only really met recently through the mountain biking. We both have an Instagram channel, and I met her on a ride at Tarland one day, and instantly I just warmed to her. Such a great human being, so much energy for life, and really quite wise words. She's made me see sense on more than one occasion via chats and Messenger, so big thanks to her. So yeah, as I said, it's going to be an epic trip. So I thought, well, why not document it? Let's document the journey to the 100 kilometres. But also, my other big challenge for next year is to ride my first century. It's like 100 miles in the biking terms. It seems to be the buzzword for those that want to ride 100 miles. And that is no mean feat. That is going to be quite a challenge. And if I manage to ride my first 100 miles, then I want to do the inch audax. I'll explain what an audax is for people that don't know later on. But it is with my cycle club, Inch Cycling Club. Big shout out to them because they've been incredibly supportive to me as well on my journey. So yeah, it is 200 kilometres. I'm going to admit, I don't know what that is in miles, but obviously it's more than 100 miles. And that would be my kind of ultimate challenge. So basically the 100 kilometres, the 100 miles. Should have really worked this out prior to the video, but I'll get there. I'll get used to it. And then it'll culminate with the 200 kilometres, which is September. So it's going to be quite a lot of biking. And I'm going to show you the ups and downs of me getting to ultimately doing these challenges. And what I plan to do is a weekly video of the miles that I've done that week, the ups and downs of what I've struggled with, what's gone well, and also maybe drop in a little bit about biking for beginners. What do you really need? There may be the odd mountain biking video still being pushed in, because ultimately I still love that and I'm not going to give it up. But mountain biking doesn't probably improve my cardiovascular fitness as much as it would like to. It's all about the adrenaline and going downhill super fast. And don't get me wrong, I think it would get you fit, but you have to get in the car and travel to a location to mountain bike. But I really need access to something that's right from my doorstep, and the road bike will allow me to do that. I'm just going to give you a wee snippet just now because I do want to dedicate a full video to my journey from 3 years ago, diagnosis, to today's date, and why I've become such an adventure seeker, why I've wanted to try so many things. I've spent a fortune on all these different hobbies. But let me just tell you that my life really began when I was diagnosed with cancer. And I hate to admit that, but I've always seen the value in life, but I have truly seen the value in life since diagnosed with cancer, and when you're faced with such uncertainty. And it's pushed me to doing things that I never thought I'd ever do. And I want to embrace it now, and I want to kind of show the journey from now on, and as much document it for other people potentially to get the benefit from it, but ultimately to document it for me and to kind of give myself a legacy and to show it to my daughter when she's older, and hopefully she'll feel proud of me, that everything that I've kind of pushed myself to do. So, in summary, if you're interested in following along, and I really would hope that you would be, please hit the subscribe button and join me as I continue this adventure. I'll be posting videos, as I said, hopefully on a week. No, not hopefully. Come on, Elaine. Start positively. I will be posting videos on a weekly basis, mainly about my road biking and my journey to the goals I mentioned earlier. There may be a wee bit of walking in there, and probably still some mountain biking. But whatever it is, it's just about my enthusiasm for enjoying the outdoors. I'd love to connect with you in the comments. Is there anything that you would like to set out as a goal? Is there anything that you want to do next year? Because ultimately, whatever you want to do next year, the training has to start now. So if this video motivates you to start doing something for next year, let me know what the activities are. Let me know what you enjoy and what you want to do. And if you're just starting out like me and you don't really know what you want to do, be honest, just say that. But what I want to say is thanks for watching, and I'll see you out on the road. Outdoor. Should be sharing. Hey everyone, this are for every. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. And